Hey girlies, welcome back. Today we have a requested video to go through all of my belts that I own and kind of talk about each belt, and then I'm going to style some for you. If I've styled them in the past, I'll pop up inspo of me wearing them. As I'm filming this, it is springtime, but if I have outfits from other seasons, I'll just pop those up for you as well, because belts are obviously not just for one season. I have 7 belts total. I'm already wearing one. 2 from Abercrombie, 3 from Madewell, 1 from Aritzia, and then 1, I know I got it from South Moon Under. I'm gonna have to check the brand. I think it was the only one that I didn't link yet. Doesn't mean that I won't necessarily be able to find it. Okay, so for belt number 1, if we went back to when I started this channel, I probably had no belts. I remember getting requests for belts and simply just being like, no, I don't wear belts, I'm not doing that. And then sometime, probably about a year or so ago, I bought this belt and this belt, which these are the 2 skinny belts that I have, both from Abercrombie. I hope that these are still available. Sometimes it could be that the hardware could possibly be different. So this is an oval hardware versus the one that I'm wearing is a square hardware. These are both gold. This is shiny where this is more brass, but there might be different options on the site now because I've had these belts, like I said, for a while. In the Abercrombie belts, I do get extra small / extra small, and I'm generally a 25 or a 26. Even with my sizing recently feeling like it's going up, this belt size is still fine because I usually put it on one of the tighter ones. So even when I put it on today, I think I just put it on one a little bit looser, which is fine. First, black skinny belt, and I will take it off and give you a closer look, but I just did this black monochromatic outfit. I feel like this would be a really good date night outfit for right now, with it being spring and even into summer. Just always love an all black outfit, especially for date night. You could do some stockings or tights as well, but I kept the bare leg just because I do in Florida. Could also just switch this out for a bodysuit or a tank top. Doesn't have to be long sleeves, but I just really like this look. I paired it with the black bag, black sunnies if it's still, sunny out when you're starting. These shorts I recently picked up, and that's why I still have the little tag on them. They're the Sloan shorts, and they changed the Sloan shorts this year. They were high-rise the last couple years. This year they made them low-rise. I think I misspoke in a video and actually called them mid-rise. They're fitting so small. I actually think I'm going to order them in a 26 if I haven't already. I do have some more pieces coming in different sizings. Sometimes I have to remember, or sometimes I have to double check. And I talked about this in other videos, but I think I'm going to get to the point where I just kind of have things in a couple sizes. I feel like right now I need to wear 26s, but I feel like in a couple months I could want 25s again. So I might just do that in my closet where I have a couple sizes. But I love that they're shorter. I feel like it's okay. I'm loving getting away from the high rise. I also said that in the last couple videos. I just love feeling like my stomach can breathe again. This belt, I actually wore this belt last night. We went out with another couple for dinner, and I'll pop up a picture. I wore it with, as you can see, brown trousers, and I had a black bodysuit underneath that was spaghetti, it's an Aritzia bodysuit. So just like a tank, and then I had that little Madewell cardigan. So what I have found is that this skinnier belt is really simple hardware, and like I said, I've had it a while, so it's lasted pretty well. I mean, belts are always going to get wrinkly like that, but it's not bad at all considering how long that I've had it. But I have lately, when I've gone to put together an outfit and I think, oh, I need a belt for this, I do find that if I feel like I'm going for a little bit more of a dressy, elevated outfit, then I'm grabbing this skinny belt. Because if you look at last night's outfit, which I first started out with this belt, with that same outfit, And it's not that the silver was bad. I originally wanted to do silver because I had these new earrings I wanted to wear. But this belt was just too much. It's almost like the bigger belt is just too much hardware, in my opinion, for a dressier, more chic outfit like that, which is making me think now that I should get a skinny black belt with silver hardware, because then I could have done my silver last night. So I just feel like I want to grab this skinny when I'm just looking a little bit more elevated and chic, versus if I did, this is just a different look, right? So let's put this on. It's not, you know what, I could honestly probably keep this outfit on for all these belts just for you guys to see. But okay, it's tough because I don't have a mirror in here, but it's not, this is just completely took on a different look. You see what I mean? This belt just has a little bit more of a rougher look to it, where I just feel like I wouldn't style it with these pieces. I actually feel like I would style, if I'm doing this kind of belt, I'm gonna stick more to denim. So I'm gonna go ahead and style this next with denim for you. And again, these are just like rules I'm making up as I go and just kind of thinking about when I get dressed. Because I have worn this belt, I'll pop up any clips of outfits I have of this belt, have worn it with denim. I just feel like with the trousers or with the nicer material shorts, it's just a little bit of a rougher look instead of getting that nice, delicate look, right? Then this belt is from Madewell, and I like it. When I had bought this one in the store, I was between this one and another one, but I ended up getting this one. I do like that there's more hardware. Again, it's a different look. Let's give you a little bit of a close-up. So it's just a different look having all of that. And again, I like it. I just feel like it's a little much with this outfit. Madewell sizing, I do get, I believe they're extra small. I always have to check. Why can't I remember? They're really hard to see on here too. Yeah, the Madewell belts are extra small. And like I said, I do have a few of them that we're gonna show. Disclaimers: 1, it's raining out. 2, my husband is still working on the closet, so any noises, we gotta work with what we got. I put the belt on with denim. So see what I mean? Like, this belt just looks so much better with denim, in my opinion. Could have done black denim, could have done really any wash denim, jeans. I'm just kind of doing shorts to make it more springy for you. Put on this black tube top, and then I threw on my Sambas. So more like casual outfit, just feel like this goes so much better. I did keep on my gold jewelry, and while I don't feel like hard, I feel like you can wear more than one hardware. I'm not into like the matchy, but I do feel like if my belt has like a good amount of hardware like this one does and really pops, that I shouldn't have like big earrings that are different. So if I was wearing this outfit for real, I would switch these out, have like silver tiered like earrings similar to this that aren't quite as big. I would switch out for silver jewelry. I went ahead and left it on because we're gonna just do a switch of a belt. So like I said, this one Madewell, and then I also have a black and gold from Madewell. So I feel like these, same idea. Now this one, I have to think if I've ever, I feel like I have maybe styled this one with like a black trouser. And again, let me show you a close-up. So it does not have as much hardware as the last one. So I don't feel like it's as rough as that one is, if you know what I mean. But I could switch this out. So with this type of outfit that I have on, honestly, this is where it would be good to have gold and silver so that you could just match whatever you're wanting to wear. Or if you only wear one color, then you know, that would be the belts to get. But I love this one. Again, this is also Madewell, so extra small. I have everything obviously linked down below, sizing, all of that down below for you. And then anything else that I'm wearing, I will try to link. But like this tube top is from last year. I don't know if they did it again. So if something isn't linked, you could just assume that it's not available. Or you could ask me and I will like double check, because sometimes I do just miss pieces. Okay, same idea, just with the gold hardware. So the black belt, obviously, well not obviously, but I feel like the black bar belts are the easiest belts to style. So I, as you can see, did those first. Now I have two suede belts versus this one. You can see I haven't even worn this one yet. This is also from Madewell. It is suede and it's like a light tan color. It also comes in a brown, which I had tried on the dark brown in the store as well. And honestly, if it had been fall winter time, I would have bought the brown, but I felt like for spring summer, it made more sense to get the more neutral color. All of my Madewell belts are extra small. I'm gonna put this on, kind of curious. I think this is a belt that's gonna go well with denim. It's just if we want to switch out our top. Let's see here. Okay. Sometimes it's like right between which sleeve, right? Okay. And again with the high-waisted. So here you can see how that looks with denim. If you followed me, I kind of have talked about my color rules, so I won't wear an outfit that's more than 3 colors, but I don't generally count denim. So we've got black, and I don't count hardware colors like silver, gold. We've got black, we've got tan, we've got black and white, so we're like black, white, tan, right? So it doesn't break my 3 color rule, but I still don't really like it. I feel like with this color belt, I wouldn't really do it with black. Maybe if it was black monochromatic, that would work. Or I would want to stick to more neutral on top. So let's style this one next. Here we go, very neutral. I put on these wide, whatever they're called, these wide leg jeans from Levi. I did a couple Levi hauls in, I think, last month, and I kept 2 pairs. This is one of them. I haven't worn them yet, but I love the oversized fit of them, and I just kept it really simple. I just did this white little tank, and then these little neutral flats. Again, just had to keep it simple with this belt. I think that I feel like you could also do like a fun pair of sneakers. So I didn't feel like I have any sneakers that would work. Remember, I got those Adidas Gazelles that were pink with like the coral. Those would look really good with this outfit, but I had to take them back because they just really ended up being too big. And I don't feel like any of my sneakers would be quite right, because I don't think it should be like this color exactly, but like a fun color of sneakers that's like muted, that isn't too bright. I don't know, that pair was perfect. But I feel like these little flats work really well too. Okay, so moving on, and suede is a trend for the year, I think, for the year. So as we move into spring, summer, like suede accessories kind of stick around, not necessarily like a suede skirt or suede jacket, right? I guess depending on where you live, you could style it the right way. Pistachio is a super fun color for this year, especially for spring. So I actually got this belt at Aritzia. I love it. It comes in a ton of different colors. I also want to tell you that this one comes in 6 different colors, and like hardware options, and same thing with the Aritzia one. It comes in different color and hardware options. This is just what I opted for. I thought the pistachio green with the gold was really, really cute. Sizing for Aritzia is also extra small. Well, and Aritzia belts are around the same price point. Looks like a $10 difference, but obviously the other one has studs on it. Abercrombie belts are probably going to be the cheapest, but a lot of times they're excluded from their sales. Sometimes, like, it's rare that they're not. I find a lot of times that the belts are excluded. So I thought that because this is such a neutral outfit, I would just pop this belt on. So what's interesting is that this extra small is not the same as that one, because look, I'm gonna go on the loosest. So that's a big difference. Now, mind you, these jeans I have on are they're like a larger fit. So if you're gonna wear things that are fitting lower, then it's not really gonna be your waist size, right? Because if I have high rise pieces on, then I'm cinching the belt in a lot more versus if I'm wearing like a medium to low rise piece. So keep that in mind, because you would potentially want to size up with the Aritzia belt if you felt like you were gonna do a lot of low rise pieces. See what I mean? But this is also really cute. I kind of feel like I might like this better. It's just like a fun pop of color, and then it does tie in the shoes a little bit better, I think. Okay, I want to put this on with some shorts too, just to make sure I did okay sizing wise. When I bought this belt, it would have just been whatever jeans I had on that day, which I believe were a high rise pair. I switched out for these are a new pair of shorts I just got in. They're mid-rise denim shorts from Abercrombie, and I had a hard time. It's on the loosest again, but this belt doesn't feel like it should be this tight. I mean, I love the belt. It's super cute. I feel like this is such a cute outfit, but I'm hoping, I don't know what Aritzia's exchange policy is. I'm going to be going to the mall a week from Tuesday, which is like 9 days from now. Maybe I can just exchange it for a small. Because I wear it with anything mid or low rise, which I think I'm going to, because I've been getting some pieces in. And a lot of you guys have been commenting like, yeah, Carrie, like that you guys don't like high rise. Small for Aritzia. So it's hard to say like everybody would have to size up with their belts, but kind of have to. So let's kind of do this. Let's do a little like side by side. Okay, this doesn't make any sense. Does Madewell just put more button? Oh. Okay, look at this. Madewell and Aritzia belts, same length. See that? Same length. That part starts, see? Like I line, instead of lining up the top of the hardware, I'm lining up right here. I go all the way down. They're the same, but Madewell has an extra hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. Madewell has 5 holes, Aritzia has 6, but Madewell's holes are more spread out. So see the last one? That's the difference. Okay, so I could change it back for a small, or I could just try to, I hate the idea of putting in another hole. That's kind of frustrating. I wonder if at Aritzia they would just pop in another hole for me. Okay, well, at least you can see the comparison as far as the suede belts go, and that, yeah, they are the same length. They just do their holes differently. How interesting, right? Okay, so while I'm dressed like this is the other thin belt I showed you at the beginning, which obviously goes really good with my shoes. This is Abercrombie. So Abercrombie's belts, like I said, it's extra, extra small / extra small, and then I believe it's like small, medium, and it goes from there. So this with the mid-rise is still good. I'm actually putting it on the 3rd, could maybe even do the 4th hole. Okay, there we go. So this little skinny cream one, I feel like you could do a lot of different ways. I feel like it's gonna look good with denim. I feel like it's also gonna look good with just cream trousers, right? Just like really neutral outfits. And then our last belt is this one, which I've had this belt a little bit. Like I said, I got it from South Moon Under. Here we go. It's the brand Laurel in gold, and it's a size small. You know what's interesting? I actually had reached out to the brand after I bought this belt because I did really like it, and I felt like I was promoting it a lot to like collab with them, but it didn't end up working out. And I'm gonna put this on just with my shorts because I feel like this will be super cute. If I remember correctly, I do feel like this belt yeah, look at guys. This doesn't even fit. Okay, so this is definitely, and this is a small, I said. So this belt you would almost, yeah, so this belt I would need a medium in order to get around on these shorts. It's super cute though, it's different. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to like find it for you, but I love the color, it's something different. I'm gonna put my high-rise shorts back on and see if it even fits, because if not, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. All right, I just put on a pair of high-rise dad shorts. Sure. I know I wore this when I got it. I feel like it's not even gonna fit. Okay, it's just gonna fit on the last one. There we go. So I can do a small on for high-rise. Otherwise, if it's not high-rise, this isn't going to fit. So hopefully this gave you like a pretty good idea. If you guys want me to try any other belts in particular, like specific styles or brands, let me know. This is just what I currently have. I'm definitely going to be getting a skinny black belt with silver hardware. We know that for sure after today. And then yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do about this one. But that was really, really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Any other requests, put in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.